How wicked does that intercooler piping look? It looks so good. How much better does that look? It's all satin black. Hey legends, what's going on? So first things first, I'd just like to say thank you to everyone that's been subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate it. And yeah, man, I couldn't say thanks more. So thank all you guys for supporting the channel. Anyway, let's get into it. As you can see, front bars off the Hilux. We're gonna be painting it up. We'll do that in a later episode, but what we're gonna be doing in this episode is actually going through, taking off the headlights, taking off the front mount, taking off everything off the front, sanding it all back, and essentially painting it all up, making it all look brand new. So we'll get stuck into that. Sorry, it's a little bit shaky. I got used on this extension here so I can get a good camera angle, but it's just so hard to keep sort of still. I don't know, might have to work on that, get a gimbal or something like that. But anyway, let's get stuck into it. I wanted to show you guys is a boat. So it's a nice little tinny. It's a 3.5 meter, I think 3.5 meter tinny that I've just put this on top at the moment, but we're going to be doing a full build on this as a full like mad fishing rig, because I do like doing a lot of fishing, and the girlfriend also loves doing fishing, so there'll be heaps of fishing videos coming up. But it's got a little Merc 15 horsepower on the back that is currently not starting, so I'm doing a carby rebuild, but all this is going to be decked, and yeah, it's going to be sick, all lighting and everything, and we're going to go do some fishing trips, but there will be a build series coming on this too, so if you could like, comment and subscribe, yeah, that will come to the channel too. So anyway, let's get stuck into the Luxie. As you can see in here, this is what I'm talking about. All this paint here, up in here, it just looks absolutely horrible, doesn't it? It's all like been half painted, and yeah, it's up there. The cuts in there are pretty crap. It's like rusting. It just looks like shit. So what we're gonna do, go through, sand it all back, make it look nice and neat. And then even down here, we'll wire wheel all this and respray that. It's just gonna look absolutely primo once we're done with it. Anyway, what we'll do, pop open the bonnet and we'll get stuck into it. So all we've got to really do now is, as you can see, all the intercooler piping here, it's so wet. The engine gets so wet because of this hole, but we'll take this off, wrap it up so nothing can get in there. Take this intercooler pipe off, wrap that up, take both the pipes out, and we'll take the whole intercooler out. We'll take the headlights out, and then that will give us a nice canvas, because it looks horrible, but we'll tape this up, we'll tape it all up nicely when we repaint it, just so it looks nice and neat. But yeah, how wicked does that intercooler piping look? It looks so good. Anyway, let's get these headlights out, intercooler piping out, and the intercooler out. You can see here, it's out, so it's so wet in the engine bay. I don't know. That's why we're going through, making everything rust proof, I suppose. But as you can see just there, we've got to plug up that hole, maybe just with some, I like to use just a paper bag and then wrap it up, stops water from coming in, and we have to do the same with the throttle body. So we'll do that now. Now we've got them both taped up, that way no water can come in when it's raining and everything like that. And now I'm actually in this engine bay and having a look around. There is so much I want to do to this car. Like, it's just mental, the amount of things. Like, these manifolds obviously got to come off, be painted. I want to put a nice catch can in there. Sorry, that car's pretty loud, but I want to put a nice catch can. And they're just like sort of catch can. Look at it at the moment. Like, look how it's been put in down there. It's just like grommet in there. So that's going to be taken out. Paint the rocker covers. Weld nice AN fittings on there. Nice AN fittings everywhere. I want to paint all this up. I want to take this off, get it vapor honed. I want to paint the bay. I want to do AN lines on all the fuel lines. There's just so much stuff. Anyway, next step for us today is to get this front mount out. So it's just one bolt there, and then down the bottom here, there's just 1, 2 underneath. So let's undo them and pull it out. Front mount intercooler is out. Now it's time to get these bad boys out, headlights out, and then we'll start sanding and everything like that. But I will go and I'll clean just the front mount intercooler and the pipes, just so we can put them in the back of the car, because obviously this car's not going to be running for a while because we're going to be doing a YouTube series on it and everything. So what we'll do, whatever parts we take off, we'll just leave in the car. And guys, that's always good practice. Whatever parts you take off the car, leave it in the car. That way you know it's all there and you're not searching through your house or shed or whatever to try to find parts. Anyway, let's get these headlights off. Shoo! 1, 2, 3, 4. Headlights are out. Everything's off the front now. Now it's time to start sanding and prepping this thing for paint. Now, I was just having a look at it and I'm just thinking, I don't want to paint like everything black. Obviously it'll look pretty crap. But what I'm going to do is, as you can see here where the headlights sort of go in, the white paint around here is actually pretty good. And in here, right? So I think I'm going to just tape down this line here, down underneath here, and the outside there. And I'll keep that white. Again, same on this side over here. You can see the paint's pretty good there. So I'll do the same there. So these squares are white. Up the top here, I'll tape off. So, oops, focus. Up there, I'll tape that off so that stays all white. And essentially, this is going to go all black, black through here, all black down the bottom there, and black over there. And then we'll repaint all down here. And then up underneath there too. So it will just all look very nice, neat and tidy. And as you can see in here, it will stop all the rust. One thing actually I noticed also was underneath the car, I kept getting these like rusts, like something was rusting and dropping rust down there, like rust water. And I'd get all these rust spots and I couldn't find what it was coming from. Anyway, I ended up taking the front bull bar off, and the actual winch, where the winch sits, the winch controller, inside the winch controller was just full of rust. It was all rusted out. And that's probably why obviously the winch wasn't working. But I've got some news also, the winch isn't going back on the car. So I've never needed to use a winch, and I don't do any hard forward driving. This is going to be more for like beach sends and stuff like that. So we're not going to worry about a winch, because one thing I want to do to this car is it's actually got no air conditioner. Now, air conditioner was obviously taken out because the front mount was put in and there was no room for an air conditioner condenser. So without the winch, there's a whole really good spot in the bull bar that I can put a AC condenser. So I think we're going to ditch the winch and put in AC. So that's the plan. Anyway, I don't know how to do it, so we'll work out as it goes, but we'll do that in a later date. But yeah, I'm going to put AC in this because that's more important to me than a winch. So yeah. Unfortunately, it's just started raining, which sucks, so I can't really continue. I'll be getting drenched, and you can't paint in the rain, obviously. But we'll pick it up tomorrow. It's meant to be good weather. It's going to be 2 seconds for you guys anyway. So let's get going, and it's going to be tomorrow in 3, 2, 1, and on to day number 2. So let's get stuck into it and get this painted. Here I've just got a impact driver, just with a wire wheel on it. And what we're going to do is we'll start at the bottom here and just go through wire wheel, all that. And then we'll get onto the top sort of section with a Scotch-Brite and that, but I'll show you that in a sec. Anyway, let's get the wire wheel on it. All right, so I just started with the wire wheel and it's actually working very, very well. So I've actually just given it a go up here and it's given it a nice, real soft finish. So I think what we're gonna do is we're gonna end up wire wheeling the whole thing. That way it gets all the sort of bits of rust and everything like that off. And then we'll come in with the Scotch-Brite and just do a little finish on it, and then we can tape it all up and clean it with some dish soap and stuff. So anyway, what we'll do is we'll continue with the wire wheel and sort of get all this cleaned up and ready for paint. Alrighty, so we've got all that wide wheel down now. It's looking much better. It's sort of prepped, ready for paint. We've got some sun at the moment, but it looks like it's gonna rain again. So we'll sort of try to get this done pretty quick. So I'll set up the camera now and we'll get some dish soap. Dish soap's always good to use. Just dish soap, some water, and we'll clean this right up. And then we've got to tape it up and get it ready for paint. So let's get to cleaning. So we've got the hose, some dish soap in here, nice and easy. And then we just got a Scotch-Brite pad. So you just basically want to wet it all and then just scrub it with the Scotch-Brite pad, hose it off, and then just essentially let it dry. You just get your sudsy soap, Scotch-Brite, and just start cleaning it all up. Dish soap's always good to use because it's cheap, effective, works well. All cleaned up. As you can see, it is looking much better. It's still not 100%, like we're not going back to bare metal or anything like that, but the paint we're using can go straight onto metal and also straight onto paint. So this should be fine. Now we just got to essentially dry it all up. And then once it's all dry, we can start masking it all up, and then we can start throwing down some paint. So let's start masking it up. So now when you're taping up, obviously it's pretty straightforward. You want to tape up anything that you don't want paint on. So we go through the radiator, all these little bits and pieces that you don't want paint on, you tape it up. So easy. Good thing also, go to Bunnings, get some of this paint partner. It's just basically a drop sheet, a big plastic drop sheet. They're like $3, and that is awesome to mask off big areas like that, and heaps better than using like bloody newspaper and stuff like that. It's cheap, easy, and the best way to do it. Anyway, drop that. And then you're just going to want to get some painter's tape like this. Now, this is just from Super Cheap, and I've got the wider stuff because it just covers more area. And then you just basically, yeah, as I said, just go through and tape it all up. So I will do that off camera now, and I'll be back to you once it's taped. Shoo. So we've got it all taped up. As you can see, it's looking great. Just got all the parts exposed that we do want to paint. I'm actually going to be using this, which is a Dulux epoxy enamel, which is good not in direct sunlight. You don't want it in direct sunlight, but obviously this is behind the bull bar, so it doesn't really matter. It's not going to be in direct sunlight, and it should stay primo for a long time. It also does look like it's going to start raining, so what I'm thinking I'm going to do is we'll get the hairdryer out and we'll just dry this as quick as possible. I'll do that off camera, then I'll set up the camera and we'll hit it with the paint. So anyway, let's get the painting. All right, it just has started raining again, right on cue. Absolutely perfect, exactly what we wanted, where we wanted to start painting. I mean, the weather up here is just ridiculous. It's like raining off on. We've waited now to Sunday so we can paint. I've just prepped it all, got it all ready, and it started raining again. This is just ridiculous. Anyway, what we'll do, wait for a break in the rain. As soon as we get a break in the rain, we'll lay down some paint, and then we'll have to cover it back up, and yeah, hopefully it dries. Just so painful. Honestly, why does this have to happen to us? Just trying to make a video and it's bloody pouring. This sucks. It's the same day, it's sunny again. I don't know what's going on, but I've got it all painted up. I didn't bother filming because I just had to get it done quickly. So I quickly ran out, quickly painted it, and yeah, now it looks primo. So have a look at that. How much better does that look? It's all satin black, looks nice and neat. And then essentially we just need to take off all the masking and everything like that. So that's another job ticked off on the Hilux build. This thing is just gonna be mental. As I said before on the channel, I'm just gonna keep going with this car. It's gonna just be a forever thing. If you guys wanna see me do anything to the car, just could like, comment, subscribe, do all that sort of stuff. I'm so happy we've got this painted quickly in the afternoon. Probably gonna pour down soon, so I need to get it all covered up. But yeah, if you could like, comment, subscribe, that'd be fantastic. And guys, till next time, peace. Shoo!